Hey guys, Stott here. Welcome to this fairly random Avorion stream. I felt like playing some more Avorion, and I am going to be doing a bit of ship design. This is not going to be part of the series, although it could, in a way, become part of it. In the sense that what I intend to do here is build a ship, but not out of the most expensive, most advanced materials yet. I want to be building from iron, titanium and naonite, and with that I'll be able to get quite a few things done and hopefully maybe use the ship later. It's going to be a relaxed stream. I'm going to be hanging out with you guys. You can have it running in the background, you can see what I'm doing, maybe even have advice on how to actually build these ships. Because, well, I have some experience, but making these things look good, well, that's going to be, let's say, the practice for today. If you have any questions about the game, maybe I'm able to answer them, so please post those in the chat. And aside from that, let's just hang out for a bit, as I'm going to be designing this ship. What my plan is for this ship is to build a new mining ship. I already have the Venture from the current Avorion series, and I now want a second mining ship, which is going to look a little different, because the Venture is this really pointy thing. Let's see if I have the design saved. No, that's the Nimitz. Template, ship autosaves. I might have it here. Let's see if the game knows where it is. Alpha, XML. Yep, here we are. This... Damn, it's hard to see. What ships are these? That's the Province... No, that's the Defiant from my other save game. That's a fighter that at one point I designed. That's... I think we're getting in the right area here. Because this ship, I believe, is the Vulture. Let's see. Venture. I don't have any autosaves on the Venture. Okay, that's weird. Huh. Well, we're just going to start designing. Hey guys, welcome aboard. If you're just joining the stream, this is going to be a stream where I design a new ship, which I might then be able to use in the stream or in the video series later. I usually start out with a central power core. Making sure that I have a power core ensures that the whole ship has power and also gives this thing a sort of main structural beam, if you will. Let's see, make that a bit bigger. I'm going to go for about... Let's say, I think in the vicinity of about 50 gigawatts of power. So this is going to be the main power core. Select all of that, fuse it together. And let's see, how am I going to build this? Let's go for titanium hull. Because especially in the series that I'm running, I have quite a bit of that. I want to go with a sort of cargo build-ish feel. So let's make this a pretty large ship. To everybody who's just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Mostly an unscheduled stream. That's why I didn't have it on saying, hey, I'm going to stream today. I didn't really intend on streaming, but I just felt like playing some Avorion. And, well, then why not? I might as well stream it. Since you guys seem to be quite enjoying this content, and I really seem to be enjoying making it. I just bought the game through my link. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. You are up for one hell of an addicting game. I can tell you that much. Now this is the kind of feel that I want to go for. Like it has a sort of detached, well, not really detached, but let's say sort of attached cargo base. Which could almost be jettisoned from the ship. That's not what I hope's going to happen. But something like that, in case of an emergency, could happen, of course. I remember once upon a time with, what was it, Star Trek Enterprise, I think? They had a raid on, I think it was a Starfleet cargo vessel. And the cargo vessel started dropping off its cargo because it was just too heavy. And without the cargo, they were able to get away a hell of a lot faster. Now, with all of this additional cargo space, I'm also going to be able to turn this ship, into a ship that's using the new titanium, or, well, any type of R mining lasers. And those will need quite a few cargo spaces. Now, thanks to having these copied, I can make quite a few of these cargo bays. If they're aligned, that is. Oh, hold on. Are those all aligned? I believe so. Next. And now I have a cargo capacity of 13.6. 1588. Now it is... Let's just open up all the stats. 18. Let's go for 20. There. 20.41. Oh, that one's not properly aligned. Here? That's it. Right. What am I building? I am building a new cargo ship. Intended for, well, not so much cargo ship entirely, but a ship that's going to be potentially used in the new series that I'm running on Avorion. And I want this ship to be capable of hauling a whole lot of stuff. And mostly iron ore. Or, well, any kind of ore that I might come up against. For now, I'm just using blank hull. Whoops, that was not blank hull. This is a blank hull. Which I might then fill in later. So I'm just going to go for an overall general design. Once I'm happy with that, I'll start filling it in as needed. And what I also want to practice during this stream is building a ship that's actually... that sort of has a bridge on it, instead of a floating battle box, if you will. The back one is wrong, is it? I think it is aligned. It also does align here. Now I have plenty of power. 63 gigawatts of power. In the save game, in the series, at least in the current stage, I do have Neonite. And not more than Neonite. So I'll be drawing up the ship from Neonite. And throw on a Neonite shield generator down the middle. This is going to give me almost 100,000 points of shields. Which is, in this ship, more than enough. Oh, sorry, it's 47. I'm still on mirror mode. Don't make it too long. There. Now I have 78,000 points of shielding. With that, I'll definitely be able to get, well, to take a hit here and there. And not immediately die. Especially since the hull has 69,000 hit points and the shield has 78,000. I have plenty of power generated, but I still need a lot more on this ship. What is next? How am I going to set this thing up? Let's go again for titanium blank hull. Back to mirror mode. I'm going to try and sort of encapsulate these boxes and then probably just copy that whole thing onto the next and the next and the next box. Onto these cargo holds. So this and then... No, that's a bit big. That's 2.5 by 0.5 by 2.5, yes. Make it a bit wider. These things are cubes, right? Oh, they're not quite cubes. They're 8.5 by 5 by 9.5. Oh. That's not quite what I want. Hold on. Let me just make one of these cubes. Not that one. Let me just make one of these cubes, and then I'll be able to just copy them all over. Whoops. A cargo pod of sorts. Okay, so this thing needs to be slightly bigger. And this thing needs to be away there. Alright, it is 8.5 by 5 by 9.5. 9.5 by 5 by 9.5. That's it. Okay, now we're gonna pack this box up if you will. To those of you just tuning in, welcome. Random Avorion stream here. Not really intended on this at all, but I felt like playing it. And it could make for some nice stuff for you guys to have running in the background. At least that's the plan. Now, ideally, I would immediately have these things mirrored on 2 axes. That's the y-axis. The y-axis needs to go a little up, though. To selection there. Okay, so if I do it like this, there we are. Turn it around. And turn it like that. But smaller. Like that. Oops. Then a corner. Another corner here. I have to spin that just a bit there. Does this offer anything specifically for the ship design? No, not really. It's mostly there to make it look a little better. Or at least, that's the intent. It doesn't mean that it actually does look better, of course. Maybe put thrusters on the top and the bottom of the cargo pods. Oh, yeah. So that if they are detached, then they could sort of be autonomous. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. So in that case, I will probably put a thruster block up here. And on the bottom. That way we have... Oh, that's going to be a lot of thrusters, though. Although, this is a big-ass ship. I have a yaw of 0.01. Yeah, this is going to take... Is it a penis ship? I suppose it is now. No, it's not really the plan for this build, but yeah. I suppose it sort of is. No, I do want to have these in a bit of a distance from the side so that I can actually see the thruster. What could I put on here? Maybe a structural integrity field generator. Like that. That immediately makes sure that the container, as it is controlled of sorts. The problem is I cannot encapsulate the rest of it. That's a problem in this design. Let's make it a bit smaller. Oops. Click. Now I want to select this whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing. Copy it. Not the y-axis, please. Oh, it won't copy the cargo bay. Alright. Cargo bay 2, guys. Everything. See, now I already have a cargo bay like that. I just need to remove... Oops. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, so I'll have to try and just copy these things then. 1.5 by 1.5. And I can turn the y-axis back on. And rotate that. Sort of. Come on. There. And then add this bit. Rotate. There. Oh, crap. That means that that's... It's not entirely as I had intended it. Is it too small, maybe? No, it isn't. It should be fine like this. Is this line different? No, it isn't. Okay, what's going on? This is a 1 by 1 by 6.5. So that should pretty easily just fit on here. Right on the side of the thruster. Then why am I getting a different dimension here. 1 by 1 by 1.5. See, that's not what I had in mind. Over here it does work though. 1 by 5 by 1.5. It's getting pretty hard to actually fit this in. Rotate. One of the massive benefits of having a ship like this is also that you can just copy another cargo box and add that to the ship as you need more space. This should just fit. No, it doesn't. What the hell? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? What's your dimension? 1 by 1 by 6.5, correct. 1 by 1 by 6.5, correct. This is not exactly as I had intended it, though. Could I just copy the whole block and rotate it? So if I just select everything here. And then copy it, but rotate it first. Yes, that's easier. Blocks overlaps with something else. Does it now? Oh. But I could potentially put it up here. Sort of. Not quite. Well, this might actually work. Because now at least I can work on the damn thing. So let's spin it around. You're still not square, are you? No, it is. This thing is 9.5 by 1 by 5. This should be a 6.5 then. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to copy the wrong thing. To all of you just joining the stream, welcome aboard. Some Avorion. And I'm working on a new cargo ship / miner, potentially to be used in the new series. If you have any good design ideas for this ship, I am all ears. So let me know what your design idea is through chat. And if I like it, then I'll implement it. For example, somebody already said you could make this thing modular. So that if you were to, let's say, jettison these things, they would have their own propulsion. And that made me add thrusters to them. Let's just get rid of the Y copy. No, that's not the one. Here. Like that. And then this one goes here. Now we're getting somewhere. And then I need to copy this thing again and paste that there. Whoops. And this thing goes spun around. Whoops. Like that. Alright, so now I just need to fill in that last part. I have my thruster up here. Some building advice that helped me greatly is to switch your grid scale to half of your block scale. Oh, clever. So scale it down. And that might make it easier to build it. I haven't really used this yet, the scale step, so you might have to talk me through that. Now, I still have 2 rooms over here. I could have a small crew quarters on the edge of it. So that could quite nicely fit in here. It might be a lot of crew space though. But then again, if I have a ship that is this big, it might need quite a lot of crew. Oh, don't overlap, please. There. Fuse. And then this part. I believe I already put a structural integrity field generator in place. No, I didn't. I didn't copy that part. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have that over here. And now I need to try and select every... Oh, really? You just don't cover the edge? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Alright, in that case, I'd probably rather have a structural integrity field generator here. Running a second one here is just going to cause a lot of power loss. So maybe just blank hull. There. So that's my sort of semi-autonomous cargo block. Now I need to figure out a way to select everything. And then just move it around. Without... there we go. Without grabbing part of the hull. There's the top layer. Let's enable the mirror mode. Bottom part, side part. Build a Congo ship. What exactly do you mean with a Congo ship? Because I know of the battleship, battle cruiser, depending on how you want to designate it, Congo. But I'm not sure if that is what you mean. Let me guess, it's going to copy everything but the cargo bay. And it won't even paste it. And the problem is, if I remove it now, if I cancel my selection, it's just going to be gone. Oh, can I paste it here? Yeah, sort of. Oh, hold on. Boom, that's what I want. Not bad. I would just like a bit more room between these things. Is it still copied? Ah, crap, it's not copied. Okay. Delete all that. Delete the original block. And now hope that I can once again grab all of this stuff without forgetting even the tiniest detail and then start copying it. These things, that bit, this, that, and now comes the tricky part, that one, and that, and that, and that. Yes, it fits. And I think it's intact. Oh, it's not quite intact. The bottom's not there. That's actually fairly easily fixable. This way, I can pretty easily fix it. Switch your block size back, yeah. Let's put it back to half. If I go for something like this... Does that go for the next bit as well? No, it does not. Put it back to 0.5. Alright. I don't quite like that crew quarters over there, though. Let's get rid of that. And just fill that up with titanium hull. Just a blank slate. So something like that over here. Oh. Copy that. And put it in here. Crap. And then just adjust the block. So remove it and make it standard titanium hull. There. What? Why does titanium hull have windows on it? That's confusing. That looks just like a crew quarters. See? Oh well. Right. So now I'm gonna have my cargo pods ready. Now I can pretty much copy these to wherever I want them. That's ideal. This middle bit I can just remove. My assembly pod, if you will. There. The bottom part still needs another thruster array. And that should fit there. Okay, so every one of these cargo pods is going to add additional cargo space, but also a bit of thrust. A tiny bit. It's not really going to help too much with pitch. It's not probably going to help too much with yaw. But all of these things combined might just do the trick. Alright, let's select a bigger area. If the game would be so kind as to select everything. Yep. I just need this thing to be selected as well. There. Okay. So now I can start building. Cargo pod there. Bit of spacing in between. Let's say... oh, I don't know. 5 to 10. This is 6.5. This is 5. Copy that. Paste that. And that's it. That's the space that I think I need. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, those are halves, aren't they? So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Crap, and now my scaling's in the way. Oh, wow, you can even just shrink the whole thing down. I had no idea it worked like that. That's really nifty. Unfortunately, once again, my bottom thruster array fell out. I guess that part's not quite getting copied yet. There. You're gonna have different pods. One for storage, one for power, one for weapons. Oh yeah, good idea. Let's do that. So I'm also gonna have a crew pod, if you will. Rectangular select. I want all of this stuff selected. Come on, game. Work with me here. It's a bit iffy about the selection. Is this gonna work? Yeah, I think that's it. So, having a different pod for, let's say, crew space, having a different pod for cargo space. I already have my power generator right down the middle, but I can still adjust that. Although it's the core block, isn't it? No, it's not. Really? I thought it was core block. Okay, it's not. Oh, that opens up a whole new world of opportunity. I am still gonna have to use this spacer block. I'll just tear those spacer blocks out when I'm done. This one. Are they aligned in... Nope. Those last two are not aligned. I do want them at the same level of height. Hold on. That's it? Nope, not quite. Bit taller. Alright, so far so good. That's why there is blank hole, exactly. Okay, so now I have 10,000 cargo space. Considering how little it takes up in order just to stash ore in there, I think that this is actually going to be a great start for this ship. Next up, I'll have the main power generators, also as cargo pods. Whoops! That just deleted half the ship. Okay, so I cannot properly delete this shield generator yet, because it seems to be what's holding the ship together. Are these things actually all the same height? Are you? No, you are not. The last one isn't. So the last one gets the honor of getting deleted. Whoop, Jesus. How does that delete the whole ship? There, that's better. Alright. Again, selection right from above. Copy of that. Paste it back in. I think that's better. Alright, so now it's time for a bit of adjustment here. This one is not going to have a cargo pod. It's going to have the generators. Let's go for a neonite generator. And that gives me 85 gigawatts of power. That's a lot of power. Let's just see if I can fuse these things together so that the other side of the ship doesn't disappear when I edit it. There, it's safe. Okay, so I'm generating a ton of power. Like a lot of power. Structural integrity field generator is mostly okay, but the side things are not quite covered. That's going to be an issue. So what I could do is have on each of these arms a very small structural integrity field gen. And this is... oh crap, it's also going to have to go for the bottom. This is mostly a last resort thing. Because if I'm going to need my structural integrity generator, it means I either have slammed into something, or I have lost all my shields. There, that's enough. So these things just need to be a touch bigger. Fuse this together into one big plate for now. Let's cut a bit of the ship off. There. Okay. So what we now have is a set of floating boxes, which is a good start, but I'm going to need a bit more. I still don't have a crew space, I still don't have engines, and I still don't have any way to slow down beyond the thrusters that I'm using here, the titaniums on the top and the bottom. I still don't have a crew space. And I'm still going to need shield generators. I want the core of the ship to be also powering the ship. So, let's say in a fictional scenario, these things are going to be jettisoned. But the power generator will never be jettisoned. The next thing I want to build is thrusters. So those thrusters would also always be part of the main ship. Hold on, can I just fix this quickly? No, one touch higher. Really? This is annoying me. This little discrepancy here. If I go one block bigger, now it doesn't fit anymore. Oh, really? Really? Close. No. Yes, that's it. That's it. Alright, do that for all the things. Right. I'm going to need a crew space. I'm going to need a big crew space. How much crew do I need? According to the ship right now. I need 67 mechanics. Okay. So let's say I need a crew space of about 100 to 150. Something like that. Looks like a space caterpillar. Yeah. Oh, geez, look at how big the ship is. Hey, what now said that in chat? This thing is 675 meters long. Holy shit. That's a big boy. That's a really big boy. To those of you joining the stream, welcome. It's a random stream for Avorion, as the title indicates. It is not part of the Avorion series that I'm running, but it's mostly there to make sure that I have a potentially future ship that I can use. Let's see, put a couple of shield gens on here. Now I have 34,000 shields, 69,000 shields. Nice. Oh. No. It's happening again. This is not... Yes. There you are. It was not even. I can't stand that. This has to be aligned. Has to be. Alright, now I can fuse these. Correct? Yes. There, that's better. How many upgrade slots do you need? All of them. How many do I have? Jesus. I already have 7 upgrade slots. Okay. After you're done, resize the whole ship to 1/2. That's a clever idea. Because at the moment, it's probably going to be pretty expensive. Is there a way to check that? How expensive this ship would be to produce? Because I imagine that, well, we're going to be running up the costs. One of these blocks, I think. I saw, what was it, 60k flash by? This is probably one of the most expensive blocks because it's a power gen. Yeah, that's... that's 45,000 naonite. Fuck me, that's a big ship. Whoops. Oh, we're done. So it kind of does fly. Sideways. Because forward doesn't work. Okay. That might have to do with me not having thrusters on this ship. Alright, what's forward? That's forward. Now, I want to even out the connectors. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Oh, you rotated the wrong way, are you? So... No, not quite there yet. That's it, but I just need one more touch here. Is that it? No, whoops. There. Now I should be able to just copy these all the time. And make sure that they actually align. So I need to attach them to the main hull. Now I still want to use light blocks. So if you guys have any great idea for light blocks, let me know. Because I usually don't use them on the ships. Oh, fuck's sake. I usually don't use them on the ships, but I imagine that they could be useful. the game's going to be like that about it. You see this? I'm clipping through. Hmm. 2.5 by 3.5 by 2.5. Spin. See, if I attach it here, it won't properly line up. If I go and adjust it, it's not going to fit as I would like it to. If I do it like that, it's going to fuse through the ship, which you can kind of see. Hey Fizzy, Cornwall, UK. Welcome. You can choose to paste the blocks in the middle, go to the grid. You're going to have to help me out there. No, that's not it. Grid size? Is that what you mean? You can do this sort of window crew effect. Light blocks via hologram is better. Your grid size, your grid scale and grid size and scale size are reversed. They are? Oh yeah. Grid size is 0.5 and my scale step is 0.25. Maybe if I synchronize those. Still doesn't fix this though. If I copy this one, is that going to fit? Yeah, that works. Okay, back to the drawing board. Can I just copy both of these things at the same time? Like you and you? Yeah, but you can't copy that. Okay, there I still need to prolong the hole a bit. Done. Done. And the last one. Done. Okay, time to extend the hull just a touch. Doesn't need to be this big. Why are you not attached? Let me select all of that stuff. Merge. There we go. Need a bit of blank hull, but it doesn't have to be 63 things long. Just need it a bit longer so that actually that additional triangle will fit. And then rotate. And it's supposed to attach to the hull. The hell? Is it suddenly gonna give me a hard time? Is it suddenly not going to fit anymore? Come on. The hell? Why? Grid size, yeah, no. I think the grid size is fine. Oh, right. I'm slowly starting to understand what the grid size does. Grid size, from my limited understanding of it, pretty much says this is how specifically or how accurately you can build on that thing. That's sort of what I understand. Under the grid 0.5 there is a drop-down menu. Yes, local snap. Aha. Snap to all corners. Snap all corners to global grid points. Yeah. Place blocks aligned to global grid points. Place blocks aligned to a grid or the other block. Place blocks centered on the other block. Right. So I think voxel grid's the one that I need then. Set the grid size to 0.5. Yeah, something like that. The merger will make it one huge block. Yeah. I think it might not be that bad. Just having a big chunk of blank titanium hull. Because I don't really plan on doing much with that anyway. It would just be the core of the ship. And as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't necessarily have to be used all that much. Now, the next part that I want to do is make a corner here. And again, that's going to have to happen for every part. Whoa! Could you not? So, to get this sense that it's actually attached to the ship. That's the plan. Rotate. And then one of these. Titanium edge. Whoa. Why does it do that? No, 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 no. I don't get why it had to do that. Must be something I did. There, if I hold D, and I don't even move the cursor, this thing really wants to get big. Look at that. That is a titanium edge for the measly price of $112,000 and 37,000 titanium. I meant for it to be attached to the ship, not to be turned into a frickin' skyscraper. Don't do that, game. Is that because of this? I think so. Okay, and now comes the titanium corner, which should snap. It should snap nicely. I don't know why I suddenly went full Sean Connery there. Never go full Sean Connery. Unless you're Sean Connery. Yes. I want to have that for the main hull. But then if I go for a standard titanium hull here, is that going to look alright? Aside from the fact that it's too wide. And too tall. Nope, it's not tall enough. Hold on, how could that not be tall enough? These things are 2.5 by 1.75 by 2.5. Fuck's sake, and these things all have a different dimension? Why? What did I do wrong here? That's not what I had in mind. Whoops, there goes my shield generator. Okay, let's try again. Copy this bit. Yeah, now it has the right dimensions. But why it suddenly went nuts like that, I don't understand. Maybe I hit the A key. Not blaming the game, it's just something I probably did wrong. And come to think of it, I should have also done this on the bottom of the ship. Titanium hull. There, and all over the ship. Yeah, that's long enough. Yeah, I still need to do that on the bottom as well. Okay. Copy that, rotate it. There. Hold up. You're a 2.5 by 2.5 by 175. You're a 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5. Let's finish one, then copy it all. Yeah, that might be better. One downside to Blank Hole is that it's a very awful block to build with, in terms of its energy and crew cost compared to the hit point and collision damage. Oh, yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Now what I'll do, and I thought this was a great idea from you guys, is just... I'm going to use this as a default. That means all the rest is now removed. Because I keep having to do this too many times, and I can do this far more efficiently. There. So all I need to do now is just copy this thing. Two and a half, no. Why you gotta be like that? See, if I try to fuse it, it's a 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. 2.5 by 1 by 2.5. 2.5 by 1.5 by 2.5. Set my step to 0.25. 2.5 by 175 by 2.5. Yes, that's it. Rotate. And then this block here. So the blank hole is not something you would use. What would you use? What is it that you would use instead of blank hole? Because we have quite a few options. And I could just replace the whole of a blank hole with additional cargo space. But that would just make this thing ridiculously... yeah, see? Now it has 11,000 cargo space. And that's just with one cargo pod attached. Are my structural integrity generators? Not too bad. Not too bad. What do I want in the middle of the ship? Because I have that big power core. These things are never going to leave. They were always going to be attached. I just want to make sure that I have this thing filled up. Select that, fuse it, done, done, done. Okay. Anything. Inertia dampeners. Inertia dampeners are an interesting idea, but I think that the ship's just going to be, well, a brick. So I would then, let's say, build inertia dampeners here. That's going to give me a deceleration speed of 67. Actually, that's not too bad. Power generation is still well within limits. I require 27 gigawatts and I generate 91. I still, of course, have to attach my engines. Actually, let's do that. So I'm going to move this bit forward. Let's see if I can attach that properly. Is that it? Nope. Come on. No, I'm not a perfectionist. No one ever said that. Fuck's sake. In these exact measures, you want to switch off the match block to keep your dimensions. Have a small hangar. Yeah, I could do that. Or even add a hangar for additional miners. It sticks out ever so slightly, doesn't it? What controls do I need to have? The thin layer of armor is the best in terms of hit points for weight. Okay. Use the turret base. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm making generators because I'm going to move the generators forward, so that I can use the other pods as power generation or as engines. Fuck. What do I need to do? Local snap? No. Try middle snap. Nah, if I do middle snap, it just snaps exactly to the middle of the block. But that then causes it to want to move of sorts. So that's not it either. Voxel grid. This thing doesn't stick out itself, does it? No. Well, at this point, I'm tempted to just go for option Bravo, which is to prolong the hull. Prolong the Neonite shield generator. Not that much. Make more titanium hull as a placeholder. Make more additional inertia dampener. And then just copy this whole thing and turn it into a big thruster quad. Or a big thruster of sorts. It still won't exactly line up. What is that? What is that? Could I make something like a Xenon J or K from the X series? The Xenons J and K are very, very blocky, weird ships. I know the type of ship that you're talking about, but I don't think it's likely. To those of you joining the stream, welcome aboard. Building some Avorion stuff. Potentially to be used in future... oh crap. To be used in future Avorion playthrough. It's not exactly part of said playthrough. It's just a thing that I might be able to use, so I can order it from a shipyard. You're new. What is this? This is Avorion. Avorion is a game that allows you to build your own ships. I'm currently in creative mode, but normally I will play this in survival mode, or normal mode I think it's called. And that means that you're going to be able to mine stuff, or rather you have to mine stuff in order to build bigger ships. Unless you want to go full pirate, in which case it is definitely possible to do so, and you'll need a lot of scrapping ships, because you're going to be just tearing the ships apart that the enemy is using. Why? Or does it not? Is it just a shadow? No, it's not a shadow. You see that? That little lip? I don't like that. Star Trek type engines. Can use the light block. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, I like that. First of all, I'm gonna have to find a way to properly attach these things. Modify whole ship, no. Normally I just use the, I think, no snap. Aha. Or, no, that was one aha too soon. Yeah, no. Is that it? That is it. Oh, finally. That is it. Yes. That took me long enough. Alright, this is going to be where the thrusters live. Titanium engines. Big titanium engines at that. Speed. Total of 830 meters per second. Acceleration 65 meters per second. That's not terrible. I have seen far worse. And then a light block. Now, this is something I have never used. That's a light block. Okay. Why am I not seeing lights then? Huh? This is a light block? Do we need to color it or something? I must be mispositioning this thing. Glow. I think that's the one that I should use. Yes, a glow block. But then maybe not that big. Let's say sort of half of the ship. And extend that to here. Star Trek ships usually have blue, purple-ish warp nacelles. Oh, lights don't show up in building mode. Oh. Okay. This is some sort of interstellar Minecraft thingy. Kind of. That is not an entirely terrible description of it. What the game allows you to do is, well, whatever you want. And I know that's not a very satisfactory answer, but what the game allows you to do is anything from mining to piracy to just being some sort of ginormous corporate overlord and anything in between. Oh crap, now I built a different color, didn't I? And my light block is too big. My glow block. The glow block should fit. There. Okay, so if I change the glow block's color, is that what works? Yes. Okay, excellent. I now need to use the color from that. No. That's the color I want to use. I want to paint it that color, this, and this. And I should be able to use this royal blue. And, oh, that paints everything but the color of the engine. That's not what I want. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it? It looks a bit weird. You can color the lights, yeah. Also, the ship still needs to be a little longer here because it's not entirely aligned. Although I could use that as the stern. So let's say that it's going to be a block like that. Remove that, add this. Merge. How's my structural integrity? Good enough. Or, yeah, it should be more than good enough. It should be plenty. Neonite engines glow green. Yeah. That's the thing. I cannot really change that, can I? Turret base, torpedo storage. It won't really have torpedoes. It won't really have assembly. It doesn't need a dock because it's not a station. I don't need a generator. Blank hull. Bit too big. Game's being a bit of a dick again. I think this cargo block's in the way. Oh, there's a tear. I need to make the scale step a bit smaller. Maybe 0.10. A bit more. There. Okay. Make the cargo bay one big thing again. Cargo space 12.8k. I have generators. This part needs to be closed up. There. Although I believe I was using inertia dampeners here. Whoa, that's a big one. Not over the full length of the ship, thank you. Just to... there? Is that it? I think so. Alright, and then titanium hull. That big. Okay, so I'm still gonna need a crew's quarter space. And the crew is probably going to be even more. Yeah, now I'm looking at least 130 crew members and change. Crew space, crew space, crew space. If I go for a sort of command bridge, how would I do that? I'll probably have a hull, maybe a second block. I've never actually designed a bridge before, so I don't really know how well I'm going to be able to do this. That is the front of the ship. So that would be the bridge. And then over here, this thing is 0.1 meters tall. How am I going to fit crew in space that's 0.1 meters tall? Make a landing strip on top. Yeah. So that would be the bridge. And now I can seat 154. I kind of like this, but I think it should be farther back. And give more of a sort of, I want to see all over the ship feel. So a bit farther back. Then titanium crew quarters, which are going to fit like that, but be wider and longer, not taller. I can fit 104, it needs to be taller. 232. That's better. Now if I do snap this to the middle of the block. There, now it snaps directly to where I want it. I know that I don't really need to... Whoops. I don't really need to be supporting this thing. I'm going to try to anyway. Let's just get rid of that again. Global snap. Ooh, you're too wide. Naughty, naughty. Don't do that. Nope. Jesus, it's really another one of those. Just 1 inch. Nope. I already have my thing set to 0.1. Yes, we have a winner. We have a winner. Set it up there. And set it up here. Titanium corners. There. Oh, oh no. No, 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 no. That's not how we do this. Not at all. You're not long enough now. Is that it? Nope, it's sticking out. I think that's more like it. Over here, same deal. That's not exactly going to fly though, is it? Because my bridge is square. Yes. The bridge is square, and that's why it doesn't exactly fit. Still, I want to try and see over the whole ship. Maybe stairs, like a CQ below and a bridge on top. Maybe a crew space pyramid. Ship's very slow. Well, it's supposed to be a miner. It's not supposed to be running around at extreme speeds. How about put the crew space under the ship? No, I want to have them look over the ship. Let's say overlook the compartments that we have over here. Purely from a, let's say, role-playing perspective. How the hell did I align these so precisely? Oh, right. That's when I still had that thing in position. No. Like that. No. Now I can seat 388 people. That's a bit much. Let's see if I can fit this in here. If I use the bridge as a... No. Need to manually make it smaller. And no, it's still sticking out. There, that's it. Okay, so this is my sort of control thing. What? Well, you know, fit. What am I missing? You're too wide for starters. And you're too tall. No, you're not too tall. Ah, that's in the way. There. I can't say I'm 100% satisfied with this. What about a Zumwalt Starbridge? Oh! Yeah, that could work. Let me drop a picture of that. Zumwalt. Zumwalt DD. Yeah, the Zumwalt has a bridge and then a sort of, well, weird structure on top of it. Which I can still actually build if I continue with this style. It would just need to be the same type of block. Which aligns here, but just a bit like that. Oh, don't you dare stick out. I'm not having that discussion again. See, if I do it like this, it's going to try and fuse itself together. That's not what I want. My ship's wearing a hat. Yeah. No, that's not what I want. It's amusing though. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Come on. Come on. There you go. No, this looks more retarded than anything else. Aircraft center, aircraft carrier off center. Yeah, I think that would be great if I'm actually building a carrier though. For what I'm currently building, it's not really what I have in mind. This is just one big cargo ship. That's why I have these, or why I'm going to have these cargo pods on the side. It's not really supposed to be a carrier. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Crew quarters can only be blocks. If I want to go for a Zumwalt class destroyer, that sort of build, I would have to have a bridge which is diagonal. So like a sort of corner block, and I don't have that. So that makes building that style fairly tricky, if not flat out impossible. To those of you tuning in, welcome aboard. Welcome to the stream. I'm building a new ship to be used potentially in the stream or in the series for Avorion later. And so far I'm mostly just fighting with the designer to try and get this thing to sort of look alright. But it's turning into an exercise in how much patience can I muster. What if I just go for titanium edges? Just, no, that's a bit big. Let's just say put a sort of roof on it. Bit more. Like that. And reverse it there. Put a layer on it here. There, that'd be my command / crew quarters. Not really satisfied. You could use the hull for a carrier too. That's a good point. I could change out the cargo pods and turn them into hangars. Unfortunately, that's the tritium tier, and that's not something I have acquired yet in my current state of the campaign. Now, something I have never actually done is build a sort of antenna. As far as I know, you cannot really have rotating or revolving blocks or anything like that. So it's not like I can build a radar on top of the ship, which, as far as I know, in space would be utterly useless anyway. Nor can you have blinking lights, I believe. I don't think that those are an actual thing in Avorion. You can have lights, you can have glow, but I haven't seen blinking lights yet. Now, first time I'm building this, so this is very much an experiment for me to see if it works. And see if I can get something that actually looks decent. It looks like one of those ancient World War II radars. And then I would have probably a light block somewhere on the end of it. Here. And there. Now oh, hold on. They're stuck atop that thing, not to the edge of it. There. Let's get out of the editor. See what color that block actually is. My god, this thing is enormous. It's the size of a station. Whew. Okay. So now I have lights on my bridge. I still miss just about all the crew that I could possibly get. A captain on the ship is nice, although this is a creative build, so I'm probably not actually going to be playing it. Let's go for a... What do I need? No, not just randomly buy it. 75 mechanics, 62 engineers. 75 mechanics. And 62... Whoa. 62 engineers. And then just set up, let's say, 60 random crew members in the auto-assign role. Unfortunately, I cannot get them to be a commander. Holy shit, this thing has never heard of turning before. This thing turns like a brick. Well, it moves. We're gonna need gyros on this ship, and a lot of them. a lot of them. Alright, let's make a gyro pod. To those of you on the stream, I hope you guys are well on this Sunday. I haven't really been up to much today, aside from recording the Surviving Mars series again. Lots of you have asked me, oh, when is Surviving Mars coming back? So I thought, okay, let's do Surviving Mars. I had cooled down enough to be actually able to do that series again. Because I was, at some point, a bit annoyed with all the setbacks that I had on my previous playthrough. So there's also a Surviving Mars video that just got released. Aside from that, went for a bit of bike spin. I do need to move more. And I just did a 13-click lap over our beautiful little island here. Are we really doing this again? There. Now, at this point, I don't really care about distance anymore. I just, well, I mean, aside from social distancing, I'm just trying to get these things more or less attached to the hull. Okay, now I have plenty of space for a gyro. I'm just thinking I'm going to turn off the auto balancer. And a grid size 0.45. Boom. That's going to help. Not nearly as much as I'd hoped with roll. Whoops. Hold on. There. You are now a roll block. And you are now going to be a pitch block. .41, 1.1. So rolling is done. Pitching is done, but yaw still needs work. How about using some of these titanium slots, titanium hull slots that I'm not actively using? Mirror mode. Yaw is 0.1? Geez, the whole damn thing is a yaw block now. How much power does that take? 58 gigawatts. That's 11 gigawatts of just gyros? Sweet Jesus. Okay. Well, let's see if she wants to maneuver a bit more. Yeah, she's a bit more maneuverable. She wants to roll pretty well. Pitching up and down's alright. Yawing left and right takes a bit more time. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. Where am I in the universe, by the way? I'm all the way over there on the edge. Okay. Right, time to add some more cargo pods. I believe that this one used to be a cargo pod. Yeah, titanium cargo bay. Although currently I have 12,000 cargo space. That's already quite a bit. Paste that. And just sort of eye it. There? Almost. I think that's aligned. Or is it? Come on now. Come on. There. I think I fluffed up a setting somewhere though, because this used to be a hell of a lot easier. I would say for a cargo ship, isn't it too much of maneuverability? Is it though? Cargo ships still need to dock every now and then. Especially this one, because it's going to be eating up tons and tons of asteroids. Good enough. Let's get rid of that spacer. Let's get rid of that spacer and add one more cargo block here. Bit taller. Now you're sticking over the edge. Maybe, maybe? No. There has to be a setting for this. There has to be a setting for this. That's the grid size. But I have no snap turned on. See, this is pretty much the smallest thing that I could be attaching. Smallest interval. There. There. Okay, total cargo space, 17,910. That is quite a lot of cargo space. Maneuverability is alright. She actually slows down faster than she accelerates. Curious. Do I need to add extra engines? It looks like I'm building a sort of centipede, but then out of thrusters. You think she needs a little bit more engines? Probably. See, I don't really want to make this pod any wider than it is. I'm considering putting one on the top, but that kind of throws off the whole symmetry. So ideally, I would not do that. I still need to find a couple of locations where I'm going to put my turrets, by the way. This is too long. More engines. The ship is just the Avorion version of the Sea-Wise Giant. My advice is to stick to 0.25 grid size. Okay. And 0.5 scale size. I think that would indeed make things a lot easier. Stick to local middle snap. Local snap. Right. So she's supposed to be not so much a cargo ship, but a ship that actually goes out and mines asteroids. For that, I'll probably need a couple of... Well, I can use turret bases. Could be an excellent opportunity for me to try and use turret bases, because I haven't used those before. Let's say that the ship has... What? 4 of these things? Oh crap, I still need to do the bottom ship, the bottom part of the hull. Okay. Well, that first then, I guess. Spin it. Come on. Where's the other one? Here, no. There. Okay, well the beauty of it is I can just keep the cargo bay here. Just make it one section taller. Like that, and that should pretty much cover it. No, it just needs to be a bit more. Is that enough? No. Grid size too much, 0.25. That's it. There we are. So that's even more cargo space. Because I was kind of worried that I didn't have enough. No, not really. I think this ship has more than enough cargo space. She now has 23,000 tons. Or what is that? 23... Well, 23,000 something. How the hell do I have this edge set up? Spin it. So what are all of you guys up to on this Sunday? Apart from watching the stream, I mean. Any plans for today? Not going crazy yet, I hope. With all the stuff that's closed currently and interruptions of daily life. Although, to be fair, I haven't really noticed too much of that over here in the Netherlands. I mean, sure enough, we have some interruptions in the sense that schools are closed, which means that my wife is working from home. She's a high school teacher, and, well, it's an interesting situation. It's a different type of teaching now. Okay, cargo space sufficient. Yaw. Still not great, despite having these enormous gyro arrays. Maximum velocity, 830 meters per second, so she's pretty fast. Turret bases. What I want to go for is a small titanium corner here. Sort of hide the turret bases in there. Spin. Make a small titanium corner. A small titanium corner, my dear game. Not something enormous like that. Now I can hide my turret bases in here. I might need you guys to talk me through that, because as I said, I don't really know much about turret bases. Titanium turret base. I believe this is mostly so that you can design your own turret. But beyond that, I know nothing. See, this would be just one enormous turret base. Press Shift T to enter turret design mode. You're gonna put it there? Really? That's not really what I had in mind. So, did I not set these things up correctly then? Apparently not. I'm married, yes. Believe it or not, I am. Been with her together for... What is it this year? 2020? 14 years. 14 years. Damn it, why's that turret going there? Add a turret base. Do you want to build a coaxial gun design? No. Transfer section. Turret body. Yes, no. See, this is why I just randomly set up my turrets. Turret bases are pretty resilient and don't get destroyed easily, which prevents your weapon flying off into space during combat. Aha. That's nice, but this is a mining ship, so it might not really need it. Required to look at the right side in order to put the turret on the right side. What is the right side, though? Like, do I need to be looking at it like that? Aha! Aha. Thank you. That helps. So this thing just needs to be about that big. And not that wide. 0.75, 0.75, 0.75. Yes. Something like that. Maybe 111's easier to work with. Although, no, I cannot use the width. No, the height is fine. Yeah, there. So look at it like that. Go, there we are. Blocks must be inside the bounding box. Copy that. So, what do I do now? Because I'm just randomly throwing blocks in here, but I have no idea what they do. You thought I was 18 to 25? No. Not quite. Monday next week, so that's the 13th. I am turning 32. Place a turret on its base to activate it. Okay. So does that mean it's... Yes, it is there. Okay. Does it go for either side? Make it 2 by 2 for the bigger miners. Okay. So it needs to be bigger. And that would mean that it has to sort of fit here. Maybe another 2 there. Oh, not far enough. Is it sticking out? No, it's not. Okay, excellent. Youngster, really? Doesn't feel like that. Okay. Add a turret base, add a turret body, add a turret barrel. Oh! So you can... yes. Now, what's the advantage of having something like this? Does this actually mean that I can place the turret in a more protected position? Is that something that works like that? Show model position. Rotate right, up to the left. No. Edit turret body. Oh, right. So that's the part that swings left and right, up and down. And the base, right. Do I know the gender of my child yet? No. We thought we were going to know that Wednesday. Or was it Wednesday last week? Time flies lately. We thought we would know that by then. But it turns out that with the 16 weeks that it was then, it's not possible yet. Purely aesthetics. Is that all? Okay. So now I would have 4 turret slots, right? I need to zip over to an equipment dock and start buying some turrets. Just to see how those things fit. Where's that thing? All the way over there. Alright. Do you also have an... Yeah, you have a commander available. Perfect. Alright, let's get this thing moving. Jeez, I'm boosting up to 1100 meters per second and she's already draining her power significantly. She is zippy, though. This thing does 975 meters per second. I think that's a faster cruising speed than what the 7 Provinces has in my current game. That is, the 7 Provinces as she is in episode 5, I think. If I speed her up... Yeah, I'm doing about 2,000 meters per second, and I'm running into the edges of my reactor power. My generator is simply no more powerful than that. Find some nice turret designs in the workshop and use those. Yeah. There are some beautiful designs, not just for turrets, but for whole ships on the workshop. Okay, ship docked, trade equipment. Whatever, give me one mining turret. Come on. One mining turret. So if I now want to build that turret... That's it? Or can I actually indicate how this turret's supposed to look? Aha! So it changes the aesthetic of the turret instead of just having that random thing. Right, so that's what that does. Okay. In that case, I don't really care about these things at all. Because my turrets are never going to be as pretty as what the workshop has already crafted. It's just never going to happen. So in that case, let's just spin these things around. And sort of build them back off again. Sort of. Just so long as I have a place to put the turrets. Blank hole. There. Right, so what I'd ideally get now are a couple of R mining turrets. And just see how quickly this thing can fill up. Now, money's no object, so let's get a faction map. Oh crap, they got no good jump software. That sucks. Because that means I'm going to have to do everything manually. If there's any way to get to the center of the universe, or at least closer to the center of the universe fast, that would really help me out. Because if I'm just mining this stuff with the standard one, it won't really be very efficient. I will, however, save the design. No, it's not called Venture. Save the current design. It's saved as Tester 0. Oh, right, because that's the current name of the ship. Rename. Millipede. Now I can save the design for the ship. Okay, so this thing takes me 2 million credits, 38,000 iron, 220,000 titanium, and 103,000 nagonite. Oh, that's really optimistic. You can enable the debug menu. Oh. Where do I do that? Game options. I suppose that's under control somewhere. Type this in the game's chat. /run. And wow. Okay, I think I'm just going to copy that if I can. Okay, and now what happened? So that's the debug menu. Ah, very nice. Turrets. Thank you for that. Shadow of X. Thank you, that's very helpful. Raw mining lasers. 20 double R mining turrets. Okay. They are just of shitty quality. That's better. 20 iron. Oh, it's all iron. Oh, here. Titanium arm mining turret. Efficiency 90. Let's just put a couple of those things on the ship and see how they perform. These ones. Not enough slots. Alright, let's cheat our way through then. Upgrades. I need a turret control system. Which is where? Sector commands, turrets, player commands. Ah, equipment commands. No, that's not it either. Spawn ship, upgrades. Valuable detector, transporter software, military TCS. Arbitrary TCS. This one's gonna add a load of turrets. Good. So let's say I want to have that one installed permanently. And then, since we're cheating our way through, I also want a mining scanner, mining system, ideally of a better tier, and a jump drive. No, that's a jumper call. Hyperspace booster. Quantum 4 hyperspace upgrade. Never even seen one of those. This allows you to jump 20 sectors? Sheesh. Okay. This is gonna detect Orgonite. That will be permanent. That will be enough. Boom. Range upgraded. Okay. And then the last thing I'm probably gonna need before I can test this ship out is a valuables. Well, no, not really. I don't think I really need that. I just need to find a turret. Or, not a turret. I just need to find a mine. This is going to tell me how many gates there are, but says nothing to how many asteroids there are. Alright, a random jump. Okay, nothing here. Yeah, see, it takes a lot of power. Hyperspace recharge speed is increased, but my energy generation is quite high. Dev, give me a generator upgrade. I think that's an energy booster. Generator upgrade. Here we go. Alright. Next jump. Unknown energy signature. Yeah, I still need a scanner. I need a radar upgrade. That's what I'm looking for. A radar upgrade. Equipment. Clear inventory. Merchant call. A corrupted AI map. No. Scanner. Is that a scanner booster? Is that what that does? Scanner range. No, that's not the type that I need. It's the other one. Civil TCS, weakness. Military TCS, radar booster. There we are. Alright, swing that radar through the sectors and see what I can find. What the hell? Yeah, maybe you should actually install it. Maybe that would be a better way to go about it. There we are. Unknown hidden mass energy signature. Let's have a look. I hope to find one of those asteroids because I want to see how quickly the ship's going to fill up. Doesn't really matter what sort of asteroid I'm filling or what sort of asteroids I'm looking at. Shit. Pirates. Oh well. A nice 73,000 titanium rock. Let's try not to smash into it at top speed. What's the range on these turrets? Probably about 700 meters as with the usual. Oh, 1.5. That's actually quite good. And I still need to add a few more of those turrets. So let's say I have a total of 5 of those turrets. That's it. 5 turrets. I still need a commander, but we'll just make do without. Get closer. Jesus. This is not even my final form. $5,000 titanium ore. 6,000. 6.5, 7.5, 8, 9.5, 11. And they mine at, I think, 90% efficiency. So out of that 70,000, I should be able to get a lot of titanium. I'm getting attacked by pirates. Fortunately, they cannot really make a dent in my shields. Alright, so let's say that this ship was autonomous. Or, well, autonomous, it has a captain. And that it's doing its own thing while I'm working on the 7 provinces and killing some pirates, for example. It's probably not going to be as big as it currently is. Because I simply cannot afford that anytime soon. It's 2 million and it requires a ton of Ogonite. No, not Ogonite, Zanian. Or, what's the thing called? No, Neonite, not Zanian. It's the other one. I always keep those confused. Let's say it needs a ton of Neonite. If I built a ship to, I don't know, 50%, then I think I should be able to mine all of this stuff. It has 40,000 left, so I picked up 28k cargo space. Oh my god, look at that. Empty cargo space, 22,000. This is 28,000 titanium iron, titanium ore that I have available. Refine that, and you're going to be losing out, what, 3% on average? So that means that you're going to be, let's say 1% is 2,800. No, 1% is 280. You're going to be getting about 27,000 and a bit. Yeah, this is a powerful ship. Let's say I would resize it. Modify entire ship. Resize to... maybe just to 50%. Whoops. Tiny ship. The crew is gonna have a bad time. Because I suddenly have 36 spaces for the crew. Not 209. And I now have 30,000 titanium titanium ore. And I still have a load of cargo space left. Okay, how expensive is this ship? Save current design. This is actually fairly affordable. 4,800 iron, 27,000 titanium, 12,964 neonite. So that's the mini millipede. If I make this thing as big as it could possibly be, because I can duplicate this a few times. I just think that I might slam into an asteroid or two while doing it. 14 million. 114 million. 918 million. Jesus. I think even the editor doesn't know what's up anymore. I have a yaw of 0.1, 0.5 pitch, 0.1 rad. I have a cargo hold of 14.7 million. I generate 81 terawatts of power. And this is a ship that has a length of 6.5 kilometers. 6.5 kilometers. Okay. Yeah. This is not great. Oh my god. Hey, pirate ship. Look at that. That's all the damage that I'm not taking from the pirates. No, that's the damage that I'm taking from ramming asteroids. Your turning speed is poor. Oh, what gave it away? Right. So that's a fun build. Big build. At least it currently is. I would probably just make the ship quite a lot smaller. This is currently 1,600 meters long. 800 meters long. See, this is actually fairly maneuverable. And this has cargo space for 29,000. Price of it 256,000. Yeah, we're back at our old price level, so this is pretty doable. All right. So now I just need to continue on with the campaign and start construction on this. The thing is, with the current Avorion campaign, I have already created another episode, which is going to appear tomorrow on the channel. And that is going to be the next episode. So the next episode after that will be Wednesday. And I might start getting resources for something like this, although it is pretty expensive. So, with that, I'm going to end this building stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed just building and having you guys' input and seeing what I could be designing, what I should be designing, and what your ideas for that were. So thank you for joining. I am going to end the stream. Thank you for watching. And I shall hope that you enjoy the episode which is coming tomorrow. Thank you guys, and I shall catch you again very soon.